How you doing there, folks? It's your boy Big Papa. Well, episode 10, the first segment is out. Bobby's story, from dope to hope. And it's a special story. He's a local guy, grew up here in Indiana, coon hunter like myself. Got caught up in it, man. Just like a Miami Vice episode. Country boy, got in there, got into that fast money, them fast cars, running into big town Louisville. What a great story he tells. And a great message given in it. Keep your kids in the woods. You know, they don't need to be out there making that fast money, baby. Yeah, fast money is great while it lasts, but it always ends up costing you more in the long run, man. Man, I've lost so much trying to live fast. Trying to be a big man. Trying to be a big man on campus, as my dad used to say. And it's done nothing but cost me. Because basically, my thing is, the devil lets you live on credit. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Oh, don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it. Have fun. Feel good. And then the time comes to pay the piper. And that's a price you don't want to pay. But, the gods, your God, whatever you want to call them, they want cash on the barrelhead. They make you pay up front. Because nothing in this life is free. And you got to earn it. If you don't earn it, you won't value it. I seen that in a couple of kids I knew who grew up, their father was a thief. And anytime something broke, no big deal. Just go steal another one. No big deal. And I watched the culture shock for those children when that father went to jail. Okay. And all of a sudden, things took on a much bigger price, much bigger value. When you knew it broke, it might be a while before you can get another one. Money does not come easy if you do it honest. Well, maybe it does come easy for some. Some people are really good at business. They make the right moves at the right time, and they got talent and skill, but they all have put in the groundwork. They've all done the work to get where they are. So it's still hard work. You know, I'm really enjoyed doing these podcasts over this COVID thing. It's kept me sane. I'm on workers' compensation. I can't work right now. I'm a truck driver. I'd have been out there during it all, and I wish I had been. I would have much rather been working. Workers' comp don't pay nothing, and there's a possibility I'll never be able to drive again. They told me to consider that fact. That's a hard thing to do at 51 years old. No high school diploma. Not, shit, I can't work for the federal government again. That ain't happening. They don't want me back. And I'm 51 and I drove trucks for over 25 years. That's all I know. It's the only trade I have. It's the only job that I know of, other than the other trades where a guy without a high school diploma can make a living, a good living, and I'm too old to start at the bottom as an apprentice again or beginning all over, to make it back to this level where I'm at right now, So it's a scary thing to be facing, a scary thing to be dealing with. But I'll figure it out. Maybe I don't know for sure I'm not going to be able to drive again. They said I better think about it though, that it's a possibility. If this nerve in my leg is no good, is dead, it's not going to come back, or not come back fast enough, I'm done, man. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Thank God my house is paid for. At least I have a roof over my head for the time being. Uh, I don't know. I think about all that money I spent in all those years when I was traveling, working the shows, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I figure just in the last 4 to 5 years of my addiction, that's 4 to 5 years after I bought this house, I spent $250,000 on drugs. At $250,000. No, that's not the number I came up with. Excuse me. That's freaking exaggeration. It's a little over 100,000 is what the number I came up with. I don't know where I got $250,000, but I added it up. Average about $100,000, 20 G's a year. And and I wonder why I have no living room furniture. I got no TVs. I got nothing. That's because I couldn't afford to keep them, or when they broke, I couldn't afford to place them. And because I'd make decisions. Well, I can go buy a new couch, or I can go buy a new flat screen, or I can save this money and buy dope. And of course, an addict, he does that thing. I chose to buy the dope. And there's no way to live. There's no way to live at all. There's no hope in it. There's no dreaming. There's no more future. Uh, Once you choose dope the first time over something else, everything else comes easy. Choose dope over a flat screen. You choose dope over a vehicle. You know, See, a big thing went around that I lost I traded in my pickup for dope, or I traded someone my pickup for dope, and that's not true. My pickup was stolen, and I reported it, and I found out where it was. It had been trashed, wrecked, driven through a fence, and left. And the sheriff never called anybody. It's not his fault. I mean, how are you going to catch somebody when they just leave it out in the middle of the field? These country roads, it's easy. It's easy just to abandon a vehicle and never be seen. So that broke my heart. I bought that with some of my inheritance money. Um, it was special to me, and I missed that pickup really big time. Now the Cadillac, yeah, I did a negative thing. That was traded. I needed money to go to rehab. I thought I meant to, use that money for that. Um, Such is life. You make bad decisions. I burnt somebody over that. I still owe money on that car to someone, and that's not a good thing. I stole. That's I can't think of a better way to explain it other than I stole from that person. Basically, they trusted me, took my word as a gentleman, and I stole from them. Now, I'm ashamed of that because that's not who I am. That's who I was. That's who the alcohol and the drugs. That's what the drugs made me. They took a guy who, I drank and party a lot, and basically if you told me or asked me something and I said I'd be there, I'd be there. Might be hungover, might be tired, but I would be there. I'd be there for anybody, anytime, anywhere. And drugs and alcohol started to rob me of that reputation. I became known as a dopehead, or became known as a thief, or became known as a liar. And those things hurt me more than anything else that happened to me during my. The fact that I became known as someone who couldn't be depended on. But I'm working that back. It's going to take a long time to build that trust back up. And it's sad. But there's people in this town are good people. They watched what happened. And they knew that's not Steve. That's all the outside influences plus, the inside influence of those demons. And they absolutely are demons. They say it's a disease, and yeah, cancer is a fucking demon too, man. It's a goddamn demon, and those demons talk to you. When everything's going good, man, feeling great, feeling healthy, strong, money in your pocket, good job. That's when you hear that whisper in the back, man. What would make this a little bit better? Smoke a bowl. Let's go up. Let's take a rocket ride. And away you go. And people know I've had those demons, and that's a struggle, man. Every single day you struggle with it, and you fight it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Now, people that string along years and years and years of sobriety and clean time, God bless them. The people that reached out to me when I was in trouble. Marty Norman, Tyson Rex Cargill, Philip Ross, the house manager, Truman House, House 1. They were there when the time came, when I was ready. I'd hit bottom, and I'd hit it again and again. You see, it turns out bottoms, in addiction at least, those bottoms, those basements, have a sub basement. And I found my sub basement had a trap door to an even sub basement. Okay, I bounced in and out for a long time. I went to my first AANA meeting back when I was 16. So I went to all of it with that, with that knowledge in my head. I knew what I was doing. I knew the fire I was playing with the whole time. And I continued and still did that. I still played with the fire. Every time it knocked me down, I went back to it. And that's the definition of insanity, that to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. That is insanity, And I was a prime example. Have it all going good, and bam, I blow it up, man. I don't know, do I hate it going good? Is that what it is? Possibly. See this right here? This used to be a tell of mine, and now with social, what do they call it, that crap COVID and all that Rona, you got to wear a mask. I get to wear my bandana again, feel like I'm a cowboy for a little bit. Because I ain't wearing one of them surgical masks, man. It's bullshit anyways. So I get to spin it around, man. Pretend I'm a freaking outlaw when I go into the red and white or go in someplace I got to wear it. I put my shit on, man. Feel like damn. Feels kind of gangster, man, don't it? So, and it's legal according to the CDC. It is a face covering. So, hey, folks, fuck a mask. Get you a bandana. Be a cowboy. Hey, but if you're wearing one of these, make sure you know where you're at and what color you're wearing. There are some places, if it ain't red or it ain't blue, you're going to get jammed up, baby. Let me tell you. And, shoot. That's a street coming out. I did a lot of time on them streets, thanks to Schedule 1 narcotics. I was a country boy on the streets of Camden, New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey, Brooklyn, New York, Queens, New York. Been all them places working on, living, trying to survive. And it was a fucking nightmare, man. It sucked. It sucked something terrible, man. And it's no lie. It was fun. God, I'm lying, man. There were some great freaking times, okay? I can't say that there wasn't. There were some fantastic times for years. For years, it was the most fun anybody could have, man. Had money, girls, all them things, a country boy with low self-esteem and body dysmorphia and all those problems and addiction. And I was getting girls. And it felt great, man. It felt awesome. So, if you got a drug problem, alcohol problem, reach out. Message me. If I don't know what to say, I know who knows what to say. I might not have any answers for you. Who knows? If you do what I do, you might end up drunk and high. But I know people out there who know the right way and the right path. And I call them my friends. I can hook you up with Marty. I can hook you up with them people that saved my life. It's not that big a deal. It's not that hard. Taking that first step is the hard part, though. What's not that hard is once you get sober, I just totally misworded myself. Let me be honest with you. It was the hardest goddamn thing I ever did in my life. I lost everything. Lost everything but my home. And that's next. If I go back to the way I was. It's the only thing I got left. And I almost gave it away. Or sold it for dirt cheap. Okay? And that last, I'd been clean for over a month when I came home. The time of, and it took me 4 more days. I was clean 30 days, came home for 4, and was in the Truman House. Worse off than I'd ever been before in my life. I'd given it all up, lost everything in 4 days. Okay? Car, fiance, she was gone long before that, but, she was supposedly still in my life. But she'd been, engaged to me, sleeping with somebody else. multiple times. Y'all know that goddamn story. She was gone. Might turn out to be a blessing. Cars gone, trucks gone, friends gone. People I respected and looked up to wouldn't talk to me, or I screwed them over. I'd robbed, I'd stole. I had no one but one person. Well, one family. And they were done. The last time. They said, this is it, never again. And when I called that day and said, I got to go. I'm done. I'm done. And she's like, I don't know what to tell you. But she didn't leave me. They brought me home. And the next day I was in the Truman House. And that's the type of people that you want for your friend. Okay? They'll stick by you through anything. Stand by you through anything. But they're going to call you when you're bullshit. They're going to tell you when you're wrong. And I was so wrong. Okay, I've been fooling myself for several years. I was in deep denial over my codependency. I was borderline mentally ill. I was not myself. And I don't want to go back to that. And that's what this podcast has done for me. Doing these videos. If it hasn't helped nobody, people get to laugh at them. Oh, look, the fat motherfucker's crying again. Or look, I'll wait till this fucking shit. He's going to tell da-da-da-da, And that I might just be a freaking joke, a novelty. That's fine too. I get it out of me. I got to get that poison out. And, but it means something to me. Regulator family it started out as something really neat, yeah, let's do that. But it's become something, I've got support. People have joined up. And we are really, really going to do something. We have done things, We still need a lot of help, man. I'm not tech, and none of my people are really tech. I need someone who knows how to, set up those bait things where, you pretend you're young and you try to get them old people and the pedophiles to hit on you so you can go after them or help them, get them fucking cops on them. Of course, we would never, no, not us personally, but, anyways, it has become something. When you get to my age, at least for me, 51, I got not a house, no children, no wife. I have nothing to show for 51 years. I have no legacy. No one to remember me. I got friends, but they forget you. You'll come to their mind every once in a while, but they forget you. Because they got to move on with their lives. They have to live their lives. So, of course, they forget. If not forget, they have to put you to the back. They can't relive that pain every minute. So what are you going to leave behind? And that's plagued me. My parents died very young. And, 55, both, right around there. And when I turned 50, the clock started ticking in the back of my head. As freaking ridiculous as this is going to sound. Counting down to 55 years old. 4 more years. I know it's ridiculous. I know it is. But I can't get it out of my head. But it's not in the front, it's in the back. Once in a while I'll go, when you're laying there in bed at night trying to get to sleep, that'll come. Yeah, 4 more years. You going to make it? You going to take it farther? So I've kind of set the scene in my head where anything after 55 is going to be gravy if I make it that far. And then you start thinking about what are you leaving behind? What kind of memories? What kind of legacy? And with having no children, there's no memories other than my memories of my father, my mother. They left behind a legacy, though, in their boys. But my brother doesn't have any kids either. Now, a lot of my knowledge I try to pass on to Tyler. And I told you about that experience in an earlier episode of when I heard him in the kitchen and it sounded like my dad talking. And it rocked my world. So, yeah, some of that passed, at least my father's memory, his legacy. plus his military service, that will live forever. What about me? Who's going to remember what? These videos? They're going to be gone. That's when the whole idea of the mission for the Regulator family came up. Stopping pedophiles. As a victim myself, I felt called to this. The more I read about it, the more I heard about it. So I know that feeling I get when I hear about a child being victimized. What it does to me. The rage, the anger, which is my own problems and issues also being combined with that. And it's justifiable, absolutely justifiable. If someone were to ever touch a child and near me, inappropriate, you know what I mean? I will gladly stand in front of that judge with a huge smile on my face and plead guilty. That's that. So, thus the Regulator family. Our mission is to protect innocent children, to do the things the cops can't. We will work in the dark. So normal people don't have to. We will do those things that get your hands dirty. So you do not have to. We've all made a commitment. The ones who are active. Not everybody in the Regulator family is active. Hardly anybody. Actually, most of the people that you guys know about that are on the page and all that, a lot of them, I say 95% of them, are not active. They're supporters. They're family. They're friends of the group. And but everybody at one point or another will lend a hand in somehow, some way, either in supporting it by we're working on putting up an online store, and this is the stuff I need help with. We need volunteers. It's real easy to get volunteers that want to go in and do the detective work and do all that stuff. But when it comes to tech and all that, I can't find anybody who wants to do it, and I can't afford it. So, there's somebody out there who's good at tech and websites and stuff like that. I need help. The Regulator family needs help. The Burning Bridges show needs help. And they're all tied together. The Hennessy Compound, the Burning Bridges show, and the Regulator family. So, if you have that knowledge and that skill and are willing to donate it, I don't know. These are all legit things now. I mean, at least on Facebook. Is Facebook legitimate? So, we could use some help. And if anybody out there, now there's one of my friends on my friends list. I've tried to message her more than once. She's a reporter. Miss Lucy, if you see this, please, I need to talk to you. You're a crime reporter. I need your help. And please, Lucy, Perry, please get in contact with me. I would really, really appreciate it. The Regulators would appreciate it. And we can do something together. Maybe we can help each other somehow. But I need to talk to you. That's going to be it for the second segment of the podcast. It's the video segment. There's the audio segment where I tell Bobby's story. What an amazing man he is. Amazing what he went through. 210 months in a federal prison. 17 and a half years. He did. For a nonviolent crime. And he can never own a gun again. He can't hunt. But hey, Bobby, he can black powder hunt. I think, unless the rule's different. But felons are allowed to own a single shot black powder. So we can get you back in them woods, brother. We'll get you back in them woods. I miss them too. I miss coon hunting like you wouldn't believe. I used to raise walker dogs. We ran walkers up in Angola, New York. And I love a good trained walker. So, folks, that's something else we can add to the podcast if anybody's interested. We can do some coon hunting stories, which are a blast. It's fun, man. Ain't nothing like it. Whew. Crisp, cool October, night when it's cold out. It's not quite cold, but not. Moon's crystal clear. Them dogs are howling, baying. Woo, man. Tell you what, bring tear to your eye, man, just thinking about it. It's just beautiful. It's music to me. Um, and I would love to get back in the woods. That's going to be it for this episode, episode 10. Thank you, everybody. And as we end every show, remember, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. Get up off your ass and do something. Get involved. Help your community. Just look out the window. If you don't have to get out in the streets. You don't have to, or take a walk. Look around. And you see something, take care of it. Deal with it. I ain't telling nobody to snitch, but if you see something, say something to a degree. Say something to us. Send a message to the regulator family. I'm gonna hit out them emails, okay? And like I said, I was getting pretty. I don't know if there's going to be another episode after this. So, but maybe we'll see. We get any support at all. For the Burning Bridges show, you can click on the podcast and go to the page and leave a voice message or an email. You can click on the Burning Bridges page and leave messages. You can click on any one of the pages, the Hennessy Compound. Okay, at Hennessy Compound on Facebook. At the original regular family. Okay, here we go again. At the Hennessy Compound on Facebook. That's the Facebook for the Hennessy Compound. Now for the Burning Bridges show, it's at Burn It Down Proper. Burn It Down Proper on Facebook. That'll take you right to our page. And for the Regulator family, it's at Original Regulator Family. Original Regulator Family. They all have emails. They all have contacts. Messages, questions, needs, wants, anything. Get in touch. You got an idea for the show. You want to complain about the show. You want to call me an asshole. You want to say I ain't nothing but an old dope fiend. Get off the damn air. Whatever you want to do. Feel free to. Okay? That's it. For the Burning Bridges show, it's Burning Bridges 0317 at gmail.com. Burning Bridges 0317 at gmail.com. And for the Regulator family, it's regulatorfamily1 at gmail.com. That's regulatorfamily1 at gmail.com. Hennessy Compound is Hennessy Compound, gmail.com. Get in touch, get involved. Please like and share. When people subscribe to the podcast on Anchor or Spotify, it helps me. Gets a couple pennies when you listen to the ads. I get so many cents per second or minute that is listened to. I think I made 29 cents so far. So at least it's something. It's a start. I'm making. I'm still losing a lot of money. Not a lot, but I'm losing money. But I'm doing something serious. But I am really starting to question whether I'm going to do the podcast anymore. I am way over time on this. I was trying to keep everything down to 15 minutes. Please tune in, like, subscribe. YouTube page is the Burning Bridges Show on the YouTube. And we got videos and all that's up there. Man, some great videos. All right. A lot of those early ones where I was really ranting and raving. A lot of them when I'm crying and shit like that. Some of them they're up there. Just find them. Please like and subscribe. Okay. It helps me out very, very much. Thank you so much. And remember, stay black.